How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to another adventure. If you're new here, I appreciate you clicking the video. I hope it does not disappoint. In this adventure, we cruise out from Vancouver, BC, off to a remote pinnacle and do some spearfishing, looking around for some lingcod. And yes, we do have success, but my catch of the day was this anchor I brought up from 15 meters and almost drowned in the process. Maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe I'm not. We saw some humpback whales, which is always an awesome treat, and we finished up the day with some crabbing, and we found some monsters. It was an awesome time. If you liked the video, make sure you subscribe, give it a like, and comment. Peace and love, everyone. Thanks for watching. Round 2 Hound Sound mission with my buddy Jeff and Dexter. Dexter teaches freediving, so we get some competent divers with us today. We might rip over to the other side of the Strait of Georgia and do some spearfishing. Really depends on the conditions. Crossing the strait can be pretty treacherous. Been there, done that on windy days. And Jeff has like a non-self-draining deck. We don't want water coming over the bow, and the bilge pump have to go full steam. But we are looking forward to the day. It's going to be really nice out there, regardless of where we dive. I saw a video posted yesterday from Howe Sound, and the viz looked crystal clear. I can't count on that, but we got our fingers crossed like always. It's really hard to be a diver in the PNW. There's so many things that are just out of our control and we just can't plan for. A few days prior to this, the conditions were looking really good. A day prior, the wind was supposed to pick up and it would have made the cross across the strait way too treacherous and sketchy. The day before, though, the forecast changed and the wind was expected to die off, so we ended up having a pretty good crossing. But there's still things out of our control, like the visibility, and we might not have any wind, but we could still have a lot of current. And when we line up everything, the sea stars align, I should say, we get really, really excited when we finally make it out to a spot. So we're going to Gabriola, that's the plan, right? Yep. What do you think, should we turn back? It's a bit rough. This is Thrasher Rock. It's a quick rip across the Strait of Georgia from Vancouver. In my opinion, it is the hardest spot to dive and one of the sketchiest due to boat traffic, bad viz, and current. So where exactly are the fish? Yeah, we're the big ling. Yeah, the spot. I almost lost an anchor, and I found a few while diving here in the past. The spot the current can shred, and the wind howls down the Howe Sound. Not Howe Sound, Strait of Georgia. Won't happen today, will it, Dexter? We'll see. Yeah, I guess we'll see. Fingers crossed nowadays. The viz is looking a bit scary, but at least we have the non-swell and non-current so far for us.
Yeah, that's like probably 8 meters.
8 meters, not bad, not bad.
Nice.
This is pretty fishy here, you're thinking?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I didn't expect to go spearfishing, so Jeff, thanks Jeff.
Yeah, no worries.
Lent me his gun, and I rigged it up with a little GoPro mount and some electrical tape. So this works out good with the Ace Pro 2. All geared up and ready to roll. You guys all ready?
All ready.
Yeah, hopefully we're ready for this. I think I'm feeling good. Get the rife, get the mask, and get the ocean. Let's roll. This is actually the 4th time I dove this spot. The first time I wasn't making YouTube videos, but I ripped my boat across the Strait of Georgia, anchored it out on a reef, and I hopped on my buddy's boat. He met us there. He is from Nanaimo, and we were doing some drift dives. I remember I did have a computer at the time. I don't dive with one now, but I remember going down to what I thought was 10 meters, kicking and kicking. I looked at my watch and realized I was in about 25 meters of water, way deeper than I wanted to dive. So I boarded and went back to the surface. But again, there was bad viz, strong current, boats all over the place that really didn't care about our dive flag or didn't think to see divers in the water. So I can't really blame them. But if you do come here, just realize it's a sketchy spot. Lots of experience is required. And even if you have a lot of experience, you have to have heightened awareness of your surroundings. It can be sketchy. Nice work, man. Dexter's like me, he's more about filming Mother Nature, but he speared his first lingcod. Yeah. That's pretty good, man. That's probably like 70 centimeters. Well above legal, so nice job, nice job.
Thank you.
This spot's tricky to dive. We're trying to find the ledge, and we get to it, but then the current pushes us off it. So our goal right now is just to get ourselves a bit closer to the drop-off, so we don't have to work so hard to swim to the spot to dive down.
Yes, 70.
Yeah. I'm getting like, I don't know, like 40-second dives at most, because I'm kicking the whole way, and then my heart rate's up, and then I just can't relax. And if I relax, then I get pulled off the spot. But we'll figure it out. The first time I ever caught a lingcod would have been off Thrasher Rock in the early 90s. First time I caught a rockfish as well. I remember when I was younger, I used to reel up yellow eye rockfish from this reef. yellow eye rockfish are now off limits because their populations are depressed, but they're a very beautiful fish. They live a lot deeper than I freedive, and not allowed to spear them anyways. We finally got ourselves on some lingcod. Well, Dexter shot one previous. This fish I thought was a lot bigger. You can see its bigger brother in the right hand corner here. This one I shot was right at 65 centimeters. I got lucky, but the one behind it probably closer to 70. This would have been roughly 15 meters or so. I don't care. I don't care if I shoot a monster. I don't want to shoot these massive breeders. I'm not going out of my way to shoot them, but at the same time, I want to make sure it at least matches up to 65 centimeters. I like the Bickerton gun because he does have a little measure on there, reference point, to ensure that you're harvesting the right size fish. Bickerton Spear Guns, he's my sponsor. I think you all know. Out in Nanaimo, BC, makes handcrafted spear guns. Next time I meet up with him, he's going to put a little crab caliber on my gun as well. Just basically burn a couple etches in the gun so I have something to reference crabs with, so I don't have to bring a caliber with me. I got some advice from Jeff. He told me not to shoot the first rockfish I saw, so I ended up shooting the second. I'm just playing. It was like the second or third. But the rockfish I shot was a medium small, not the biggest. But I like this clip with all the lingcods in the area, so I'll be honest, I saw this rockfish, I was happy with its size and figured, hey, might as well pull the trigger. And then I can put my gun away. There's probably cabezon on this reef, but you know, I got 2 fish already. I wanted to try out my video light a bit more. I was pretty hyped on that, so put the gun away after this. That was pretty good. I got a lingcod. It was right on the money, 65. Dexter already shot his. His was what, 68, was it? Yeah. 68, 69. Yeah, it was pretty decent. You shot the fish of the day so far. Monster rockfish.
Humpback. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a copper, like a smaller copper. Well, medium-sized copper. I'm happy. I'm switching up my game plan, and I'm going to focus on filming now. I got my fish. I got greenling in the freezer at home, so I'm happy with what I got. I'm content. We're going to find the ledge this time, right?
Yeah, we'll find it. It's out there. They're out there.
Yeah.
For Jeff.
Yeah. It's dark and
with self-control to not shoot the
size
lings.
Yeah, he's doing good.
He's gonna pull in the monster.
Yeah. The early bird doesn't get the worm.
No,
not this time. Here's where things got a bit crazy. I shot my lingcod. Dexter shot his. Jeff at this point had yet to shoot a lingcod. I shot a rockfish. Dexter wasn't interested, and Jeff shot a behemoth of a rockfish, a massive quillback. But we were looking for some good structure, and we weren't finding it. So Jeff would tow Dexter and I around on a float line, and we just like cruise around. That was actually harder than it looked with 5mm gloves, trying to keep yourself held onto that line without letting go. But we were diving all different depths for quite a while, shallow, deep. I think that last clip was somewhere around like 2 or 3 meters. It ended up being really shallow with an urchin bearing all over it. The last clip you saw was quite a bit deeper though. That was most likely around 17 meters. Very, very deep. This dive here, it's a bit drawn out. I'm going to show you it from beginning to end. I'm guessing this one was probably around 15 as well. 15, maybe a little bit deeper at the beginning. But this is what we were looking for, these little shallows, these little ledges. And that's where the lingcod seem to hang out, underneath the rocks, but also right on the top of a ledge. They just kind of stalk anything that's going by and pounce out and eat little fish. But look at this. This is a Rocna anchor. I saw it, and originally I'm like, you know, I'm just going to leave it. But then in the back of my mind in a split second, I'm like, if I leave that anchor, I'm not going to find it again. Again, we were doing a drift dive and current and bad visibility. This anchor, I knew it was a name brand and expensive, so I made that executive decision and swam it right up to the surface. I did a pretty deep drop with 7mm of neoprene and CO2 loaded already. So I swam my ass off to the surface and called Jeff over, and he came and helped me out, thankfully. I'll just let the rest of this play out here for a bit. Holy yeah, drop the anchor right here. Yeah, that's an expensive anchor. Okay, right here is good though.
I don't have the rope out.
Okay, I just catch my breath. That's probably dangerous. That's hard at the end of my breath. At like 15 meters.
I think that's $300.
Yeah, it's an expensive anchor. Woo! What's that? Yeah, no. It's like brand new. That's probably the most excitement of the day and my catch of the day. I haven't found a salvageable anchor yet. That thing's like brand new. Apparently it still had the paper stickers on it, so someone likely just threw it in the water and didn't do up the shackle, or the shackle broke, or they didn't use a locking shackle, didn't mouse the little pin there, and the pin maybe came undone. Either way, it's on our boat now. I doubt I'll find the owner. I think Jeff might want it, so we'll see. Yeah, some gas money. Hindsight is 2020. Was that worth the risk? Probably not. But at the end of the day, I still got it up successfully. I am still here, and I recouped $325. I sold that anchor on Facebook Marketplace. I was thinking about posting on some boating forums and Facebook groups, but we all know how it goes. There's honest people out there that would claim it's theirs, and I'd probably just end up giving it away to someone that doesn't deserve it. Check out these Lingcod. They were some pretty good size. They look like good size. I'm sure they're probably in the 70 centimeter range. Jeff ended up shooting one. I never got his on camera. I don't think I filmed it out of the water either, but I don't have footage of it, but he did shoot one. My ear was being pretty sticky. I was just getting over a cold, and I had some lingering congestion, and towards the end of the dive, I wasn't able to go down any more descent, so I had to call it, unfortunately. That was a good time. Everybody is exhausted. We were diving deep there at the end there. I think 17 meters, 15. I couldn't equalize there for a bit. I finally got down a few more times though, but I had fun. You got a Lingcod, I got a Lingcod. We got 2 rockfish. You didn't take a rockfish? No, but we got quite a bit of fish. And my fun of the day was this anchor. Almost drowned for it. It was down there pretty deep. Saw it at the end of my breath hold. I looked this bad boy up and knew it's $479 US. This one is pretty much brand new. It still has the sticker on there, the barcode. So that's probably one of my best finds to date, or most valuable finds to date. And I'm sure this thing, in the condition it's in, will sell no problem. So, fun times. We're gonna head back to the house sound and possibly look for crab if we have energy. We're keeping our wetsuits on, so that's making me think we're probably not just gonna wear wetsuits for the fun of it. So I think we should jump in, just even for a couple dips. It's up to Jeff.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll do it? Yeah, let's do it. I said it, so we got to know.
Dexter's already posted.
Posting the crabs? Does your footage work?
I've got one, yeah.
It does work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The SD card's working.
There you go. Yeah. SD card error. That's a gut-wrenching feeling.
Scary stuff.
Oh, I bet it worked. Let's see it.
Get the ling there.
Dude, that's gangster.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. The viz looks good too.
Yeah.
Sick. I told the guys it was pretty much a guarantee that we were going to see humpbacks by the end of the day, and we were cruising back to Vancouver, and we rode for a few hours, and we had not seen any at this point. Dexter was about to call me out, but then we saw some humpbacks breaching in the background. We kept our distance, which you have to by law. I believe it's 400 meters, something like that. We saw this one way in the distance and kept cruising, and we saw another one even closer to us, but still quite a distance away, and this one was breaching. It was having a good old time. We assume it was having a good time. I'm not up on my whale behavior, but maybe someone here can explain why this whale is slapping its fin in the water. Is it trying to attract other whales in the area? Maybe it's having fun. Does it have parasites that it's trying to rid itself of? I have no idea. But it was really cool to see humpbacks. They're super majestic. If you watch one of my previous videos from back in February, I was actually approached by a humpback and his calf. That was probably the best experience I've had in the PNW so far. So if you haven't watched that video, give it a watch. Full disclosure, I do harvest an octopus in that one, so be forewarned. We cruised back to Vancouver, and I found a second wind, and I did go in the water for some dungies. The conditions were awesome, minus the visibility, but no wind, minimal current, so it was awesome. Too nice not to jump back in for that matter. So we put my new anchor to the test. I was going to give it to Jeff, but he liked his a bit more, so I sold it. You got juice left, man?
We'll see. Game time decision.
Do you eat crab is the question, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you like crab that much?
Yeah.
I do.
I know you do.
My wife does. I can't eat it.
Might just be a Lingcod dinner for me tonight.
Yeah, that's fair. Previous to this clip, I was exploring the shallows. Jeff and I were, for that matter. Dexter stayed on board. He did not want to crab that bad. But we looked around in the shallows and we weren't seeing anything. The water temperature was quite warm. So Jeff and I both agreed, okay, one more dive, we'll go down and we'll see what we find. And we were making our way towards the boat and we hit a thermocline. The water temperature got like noticeably colder. See that flounder down there? I missed that. But it got noticeably colder. I swam a bit of a distance and I saw a Dungeness crawling around in the background. I'm like, hell yeah. So we were just about to call it, and then we started finding crab. This one, unfortunately, was just undersized, like a millimeter under, but they do have to meet a minimum of 6.5 inches. So if it's not that minimum, even a centimeter or quarter inch or 5/16, whatever measurement it is under, it's under, and you can't retain them, and you'll get a ticket and fined if you get caught, so don't do it. But I found this crab here. This one was like 7 inches. It was well above and beyond the minimum legal size, but the shell was soft. So when you squeeze the shell and it folds in, it means it recently malted. The meat on the inside is mushy and it's not full. Look how big that crab is in retrospect to Jeff holding it. It's massive, massive. But I knew it wasn't worth harvesting. In Washington, it's illegal to harvest soft-shelled crabs. In British Columbia, it's not illegal, but the Department of Fisheries and Oceans Canada does recommend that you let them go. 2018 previous me, maybe even a 2020 previous me would have kept that one, would have brought it home, but I've matured a bit and it's just not worth it. The one I found there was undersized, but Jeff ended up finding 2 keepers, so I had fun looking, and it wasn't all in vain because we got crab. Well, it's a pleasure, man. Thanks again.
No worries. Good to see you.
Yeah, let's do it again on the next holiday. I'm back on the mainland.
For sure.
That seems to be the tradition.
Awesome. Yeah, every stat holiday.
Yeah, as is tradition.